A lot of you are asking me, Dave, what the hell is going on with your electric bikes? What happened to you? Now you're just restoring your foreskin and talking about apple cider vinegar and eating liver? What the hell? Yeah. So I've taken a little bit of a diversion. Actually, 2 years ago, I went through a very nasty divorce. And at the same time, I was physically disabled, unable to walk. And I wasn't really able to build bikes for quite a while. And I bounced from living in one place to another, and I'm still bouncing. And I'm very close to being stabilized in my housing and having a proper garage with the ability to do things like weld, machine, etc. So my projects are about to get a bit crazier than they have been before. And I have switched from upright bikes to recumbent bikes forever. Now that I've discovered their excellent riding characteristics and efficiency and everything. So I have been beating around on two different bikes for quite a while and bashing my head against a lot of design issues with the frame and frankly getting tired of it. But I've come up with some solutions for two of these bikes that I have. You remember the Cannondale? Well, that's in pieces right now because I had to go and nearly destroy the rear swing arm by going with a single stage chain drive. And I just felt defeated for quite a while looking at this, multi-thousand-dollar bike that is no longer produced, and it being probably the best semi-recumbent bike design, and I had just destroyed nearly the rear swing arm, and I'm just so frustrated, and I couldn't find another one on eBay for even remotely reasonable price. So what I've decided to do is to learn how to weld, make that bike a much better rear swing arm that is a little bit longer so that the bike can handle better. In the meantime, I'm fighting a Maxaria, if that's how you say it, Ray 2. I wanted to fit a suspension fork to this bike, but then realized that the cranks would interfere with the fork, and so there's been a number of adjustments and propositions on how to make this fork fit on there, because this bike is actually quite a very well designed electric bike from a very small company that I think deserves a lot more praise, but it could be better. It could be a lot better. The front aluminum fork that comes with the bike contributes to a pretty poor ride quality that I would not be confident in at the higher speeds that I would like to travel. So I realize I do have to get a suspension fork on the front, otherwise I need to return this bike. No full suspension on a very fast bike is not only just uncomfortable, but I find it to be unsafe. I would like everything that I have to ride like a Bentley and not like a Cannondale, which rides like a Cadillac. I want it all in a bicycle. Impenetrable tires, excellent suspension, excellent efficiency, excellent power. I want it all. And when I built the Leaf bike, I thought that I had it all, but the tires did not work in my area where there's lots of road hazards that will pop them. I just needed tires that were a little bit thicker in terms of rubber, and they do not exist in bicycles. They simply do not. I have called numerous manufacturers of tires and be like, hey, I saw this bike on I saw this tire on some obscure website. Do you still make it, or can you still make it? Can I order 100 units and sell them to other people? Will you do that? The answer is always no. They won't make it. So, and I've tried to use slime to get my puncture issues down. It works fairly well, but it does create this very strange feeling in terms of handling, and then also when it can pop, it can leave you with a tire that's perpetually wet that cannot be patched. So I have to use motorcycle tires in my designs, so that requires the use of bikes that can handle it. So I'm at a bit of an impasse with my electric bikes at the moment. For the Max Area, I have a lightest bike mid-drive coming, which seems to be a very exceptional little mid-drive that weighs something like 3 pounds and has 1,000 watts, made by the Bike company, or e-bike. They're a search engine nightmare of a company name, whatever it is. But they have made a really good product before, so I'm going to be one of the first adopters of this and hackers of it. And I plan for the Max Aria to be a supremely light and efficient vehicle, whereas the Cannondale to be sort of a high-speed tank of a bike. But you'll hear about that in the near future. I'm probably going to have a full workshop for the first time in my life in likely a matter of months. If not, I will have it by November, and I will start teaching myself how to weld and do a lot of the things that are required to build an exceptional bike on a frame that's really not made for it. So not in terms of its durability, but in terms of its design. Neither of these were made to be electric bikes, and in fact this one, they sell an electric version of it, but the design of it is beyond subpar, and I would never consider reproducing that. So yeah, just keep an eye on the channel, hang in there. I'm looking to split my channel into one about electric bikes and one into health, alternative health matters. So hang in there. Thank you for sticking with me for this long, as I've sort of been on this crazy path, but everything will be sorted in time. All right, peace.